Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a review and demo of the latest foundation by Colourpop, which is called the Colourpop No Filter Stix, as in with an X, because it is a stick foundation. Now, I've had this in my possession for a good couple of weeks now. I've only just finally got around to doing a review on it, and I really like this foundation, by the way. It's very affordable. Colourpop is a very affordable brand. It costs $10, which is a decent price. And it comes in 30 shades, which is excellent. And the shades vary from warm to neutral to cool. And they also have a very handy tool on their website, which helps you determine what your shade is. Now, I have the other foundation of theirs, the No Filter foundation, and I believe I'm in the shade 120. I will link my review video of that below, just in case I'm wrong. Now, just looking from their website, just so that I don't make any mistakes, they are split into the categories of fair, light, medium, medium dark, dark and deep dark. I am within the medium dark family. The shade that I am in the No Filter foundation does not come in the No Filter Stix. So I was like, oh my god, what do I do? So I kind of guessed and used their tools, which I found very helpful, to find my shade, which is medium dark 120W. Which is a perfect spot on match for me. So that just goes to show that I think that the way that they have arranged it and how they've tried to help people is very, very good. So before I get into the demo, let me just, again from their website, just read what their claims are, as I always do. So it says, it conceals, corrects and perfects for a flawless complexion in seconds. Its medium buildable coverage instantly blurs pores, covers blemishes and blends effortlessly for a natural skin-like finish. Never cakey or drying, this stick glides on for the easiest application, perfectly portable to take it on the go for a mess-free touch-ups anytime, anywhere. So I agree with all of their claims. I think it's an excellent foundation. I find it very comparable to the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation, which is one of my favourite stick foundations. I like creamy stick foundations. I really hate the ones which are quite drying. I find the Anastasia Beverly Hills one in that respect to be a little bit drying. It kind of drags on the skin when you pull it down. It's not as creamy, and then I find it clings to dry patches on my face as well. I don't find that that happens with this at all. I would definitely say that it is a medium to buildable full coverage foundation. So for somebody like me who's got texture, who's got pigmentation, who's got scarring and marks from spots and acne as I got as a teenager, it covers everything beautifully. And in those extra areas where I feel I need a little bit more coverage, it covers that perfectly without it looking cakey or overdone. It blurs pores, yep. Covers blemishes, yep. Blends effortlessly, yep. For a natural skin-like finish, yep. Never cakey or drying completely. It is transferable. They don't mention anything to do with transfer, which is fine because they know that it is transferable. So it just comes in a stick like this, and then you just wind it up like that, and then you get a pretty decent amount of this. Stick foundations generally do finish quicker than liquid foundations because they are in a stick, and obviously it will start to melt with the heat on your face depending on how hot you are and how warmed up this product is as well. I generally find that one layer is enough for me, and it would be for you as well. And I just, like I said, I just generally put a little bit extra in those little cheek areas where I get extra redness or extra marks that I might have. I generally tend to use something like a brush like this, which is the Morphe M439 Deluxe Buffer Brush, to buff it into the skin because it is creamy, it is a little bit more thick. So I find something like this really kind of blends it in really nicely. You can use other brushes as well, and you can get a more diffuse sort of finish. But if you're like me and you want to go all out, use something like this. A beauty blender you can use as well, as it is quite creamy, but bear in mind it will take a little bit longer to blend out because it's not a liquid, so it's not going to be moving around the same sort of way as something like this would be. I find that it lasts throughout the day. It looks great. I don't find that I get any extra kind of shine. After about hour 8 to 9, I start to get a little bit shiny as the natural oils in my skin start to come out, but I don't look overly shiny or overly greasy, which can happen with stick foundations because they are so much more rich and luxurious and creamy than liquid foundations. So I found that this held up really well. I know it's a little bit of separation around my nose, my chin area, and a little bit of my forehead area, which is the parts of my face which get a little bit more oily. It's the T-zone area. I've got normal to combination skin, but I think that this will work well with people who've got dry skin as well as oily skin as well. I have noticed that I'm getting a little patch of eczema. Either that's eczema or a spot, I can't tell. It clung to that slightly, but I noticed that mostly happened towards the end of the day, like when I'd had it on 16 hours. And if that's the case, then I'm fine. I've not got a big major problem with it, because generally the overall amount of time that I'm wearing it, I look really nice, I look really natural, and I love it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demo this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a primer. I don't have a Colourpop primer, so I'm just going to use this one here, which is the Revolution Pro Matte Primer, but any primer that you have will do. Obviously my eyebrows and half of my eyes are done just for the purposes of the video, but I generally tend to do my eyebrows after foundation. I tend to prefer to use matte primers when it comes to stick foundations anyway. If you use a more dewy kind of foundation, I think that if you use a more dewy kind of primer, I think that you will find that this foundation will start to slide around on your face throughout the day, because the matte in the primer kind of keeps it there and keeps it looking nice and natural, as it works with the natural oils in your skin as well as the creaminess of the foundation itself. Now it's up to you how much you decide to put on. Obviously you can build it up. I just generally tend to go all out because I know I've got marks and things like that. Also, just bear in mind, if you have got textured skin like me, it does not emphasize texture. It does not sit within the texture and emphasize them and make them look worse. It kind of diffuses them along with the pores. So it makes my kind of skin look a lot more normal, if that makes sense. Okay, so for now we'll go with this much. Do you like my tash? And now I'm just going to use this brush to buff it all in and spread it out. So here we go with one layer. As you can see, it looks really nice. Obviously, excuse the fact that it's on my lips now and I look a bit weird. I didn't put any on my nose because I just dragged the product around. It moves nicely. It feels nice and soft. It doesn't feel sticky either, which is one thing that I really like about this foundation. But me being me and needing a little bit of extra coverage, just going to go in a little bit more on those problem areas of mine. And there we have it. This is the foundation. Looks really nice, really natural. Bear in mind, I've not set it yet. FYI, also, I don't find that it oxidizes at all on me. I find that the colour stays true. And if anything, I find that as the day goes on, it settles onto my face a lot more nicely, retaining that whole kind of natural look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and finish off the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to finish off the review. You can set it with any kind of setting powder. I would always recommend, when it comes to a cream stick product, any kind of product, whether it be for contouring, for blush, try to set it with powder if you can, because it is creamy. It will start to move if you do not set it. I'm just going to set it with the Colourpop No Filter setting powder, just because I'm wearing Colourpop on my face, but any kind of setting powder will do. Okay, I'm back and the rest of my makeup is complete. My face feels nice and soft. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky like you can get with some stick foundations. I think it looks really nice. I'm happy with the colour as well. It's a perfect match for me. And like I said, I set it with the No Filter setting powder, but any setting powder will do. For reference, on my lips I'm wearing Colourpop's Scrooge matte liquid lipstick. I think that was discontinued. I've got like, I don't know how many backups of it because it's one of my favourite colours. Earrings are from Zara. Jumper is from Zara. I seem to like give my entire salary to Zara these days. I don't know what's happened to me. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are if you have bought this or if you are thinking about getting it. And that's it. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.